weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the...
They run the counter. Edmonds. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A give. It's Jacobs off the option.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Bridgewater on first down. Gets this to Ertz. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater again. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Prater's kick is good.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lance. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. To throw is Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. It's caught by Jackson. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They go play action. Bridgewater. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st down, Bridgewater. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again with Bridgewater. He'll hit Jackson, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Deshaun Jackson, 33 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. I think defensively... with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2nd down at 4. Lance looking to throw it. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Lance now to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the Cards are going to get it back here just past the 35. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. After one, it's 9-0. Bridgewater now from the 50. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Josh Jacobs, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Bradley Chubb coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returning it is Moore. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Bridgewater. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Darrell Daniels, 59 yards. And the Cards continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 74 yards. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead. Prater for the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, that's Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Lance. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team. And, his first carry loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
It would. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long,
They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On second down, Mostert. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Here's Lance. Flushed out right. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down. Completes it to Samuel. Shoves him away and shutting him off. Now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On play action, Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he stopped immediately there.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends. Again with Sermon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Sermon. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability. Gold with the extra point, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And a run with Jacobs on first down going nowhere as he stopped well behind the line of scrimmage.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Bridgewater. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Lance.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you're worried about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners' 23-yard line.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Four yards remain for second down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, 1 set, 1
Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That's going left, and Prater missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. And Lance now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. This one caught by Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Big hole up the middle, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here's Sermon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them. And it'll be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
I don't care what anyone says. To me, it takes a little bit of intestinal fortitude to call a running play in this down and distance. I mean, you're talking 3rd and 10, and sometimes the angles line up really well on a running play.
Caught him totally off guard, obviously.
I think you catch him in some pass drops, and now you're able to fire out and get some space and create it for your runner and let your blockers get a good approach attack on the defenders.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.